Alright, here we fucking go. This is one of those fights that gets the hardcore MMA fan out of bed in the mornings. We've got the second broadcasted ESPN UFC card ever this Saturday, and luckily two absolute monsters are headlining this card for us. It's going to be a great lightweight matchup. We've got Justin Gaethje, who's just an absolute brawler, going up against Edson Barboza, who's probably one of the most feared technical strikers in the game. As far as the last few fights, you look at Edson Barboza, who's beat Anthony Pettis by decision. We all remember the Khabib fight where, let's be real, Khabib basically smashed him in that fight. But after that, he came back and beat Beneil Dariush, lost to Kevin Lee, then knocked out Dan Hooker late last year. On the other hand, we've got Justin Gaethje, who in his first UFC fight ever knocked out Michael Johnson. Then he fought Eddie Alvarez and Dustin Poirier, who are legends in the game, got knocked out by both those guys, then knocked out James Vick not too long ago. Obviously, Justin Gaethje just has that style where every time he steps in the octagon, it's like he's fighting for his life. He's going in there to take your head off, and you better be going in there to take his head off as well. Now, that kind of fighting style could really prove to be a bit of an issue against Edson Barboza. I mean, one wrong move against Barboza, you just got caught with like 17 different punch and kick combinations to the forehead, and you end up on your ass wondering what the hell just happened. Not to mention, both these guys have destructive leg kicks that can chop down trees with their shins. So obviously in a striking matchup, that's going to slow you down a ton. I think that's going to be one of the main focal points of this fight, and it may actually determine who wins and loses this fight. If Justin Gaethje is able to go out there and chop down Edson Barboza's legs like he did against James Vick or Michael Johnson, he's going to have a real chance. Obviously, you don't foresee any grappling in this fight. If it does end up on the ground, though, I think I'd have to give it to Barboza's jiu-jitsu over Gaethje's wrestling. Even though they both have great pedigrees in those disciplines, I just think Edson Barboza's being more of a veteran will pay off for him on the ground. But again, I don't foresee this fight going to the ground at any point during the fight. So based on that, I think I'm going to have to give the edge to Barboza in this one, just simply based on how technical his striking is compared to Justin Gaethje. I think Justin Gaethje's style is more exciting to watch. I just don't see him being able to break Edson's guard like he did against someone like James Vick, where he was able to pick his shots and get through the guard anytime he wanted. Obviously, there's no way in hell I'm going to call a decision. One way or another, one of these guys' lights are going out in this fight. I can almost guarantee that. So with all that being said, I think if Edson Barboza can make it through the initial storm from Justin Gaethje, I just don't think Gaethje is going to be able to hang with his striking proficiency. So I'm going to say Edson Barboza by KO in the third. Obviously, these guys are going in there to take their lights out. If Edson can just make it through that first round, I think he's got this fight in the bag. I think he'll end up finding his range against Justin Gaethje, taking those angles that he takes, throwing those heavy kicks that Edson Barboza has, and he'll end up catching Justin Gaethje. It's, again, not going to go to decision, so definitely make sure to watch this fight, guys. It means a lot for the lightweight division as well. Obviously, lightweight's one of the most stacked divisions in the UFC, so this fight could easily put one of these guys within a fight or two of fighting for the title. Now that we have Conor McGregor bowing out, quote-unquote, retiring from the sport of mixed martial arts, it kind of throws a wrench in things. Not to mention Khabib's not going to be fighting for, he's still got 6-7 months left of this suspension, and he's definitely not going to pay the fine, so he's going to be riding out that suspension, which kind of makes the lightweight division stagnant. So it's great to see guys like Justin Gaethje and Edson Barboza getting these shots and getting these chances to get in line for the next title shot. I think both of them deserve it. Their records don't exactly dictate that, but we all know the UFC's matchmaking is all about who's going to get the most draw, who's going to get the most buys to pay-per-view, who's going to make the most fans watch this fight, the most casual fans watch this fight. As far as hardcore fans, this fight is what we've been waiting for our whole life. I mean, a guy like Justin Gaethje who goes in there and puts it all on the line every time he fights, against a guy like Edson Barboza who's very tactical and very technical in his offense, and his defense is great. He's got great takedown defense, so it's going to be one of those fights that's going to be remembered for a long time. I'm going to go ahead and call it that this will probably be one of the fights of the year, a nomination for one of the fights of the year, no doubt in my mind. Again, neither of these guys are going in there thinking about how they're going to tap the other out. They're going in there thinking about how they're going to take the other's head off. And that's what makes it exciting for us. So thanks again, guys, for tuning into this video. I know it was a bit of a short one, but I wanted to get this video out here. I'm very excited about this fight, about this card. I think the UFC is doing great things with ESPN now. And ESPN's actually promoting the UFC. I saw the UFC have stories on ESPN the past 3 mornings in a row. So it's great to see things like that. It can't be anything but great for anyone involved in the sport, no matter how you're involved. The sport's growing heavily, and fights like this between Justin Gaethje and Edson Barboza are another one of the reasons that the UFC is going to be a staple in the United States and around the world as far as esteemed sports. So thanks again, guys, for tuning into the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Of course, it helps the channel out, and it just means a lot to me personally as well. It means I'm doing something right with these things, which I don't do a lot of the time. So again, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to tune into the fight this Saturday the 30th on ESPN, and you all have a great rest of your day.